All right, everybody. My name is Daddy, and I'm learning how to law. So, going into my call log so that was I could show you just how much time Doordash will waste. Now, anytime that Doordash calls you, these are supervisors calling after their people have wasted your time just for X amount of time, right? So let me look that up for you one second. Okay, because I screenshot everything, you should too. I have the screenshots taken care of, and we're able to go in here and see exactly when I initiated the call. So let me see. So at 5:42 on my phone, right? Let's go into here, details. July 30th, 5:42 p.m., right? So again, I'm sitting here trying to take care of stuff while I'm out and about, while I'm working, right? Because I just caught something and I'm trying to make you aware of it, okay? So again, you guys are literally screwing with me. Thursday, I only had one delivery because you guys didn't want to help. You literally kept me in chat for over 2 hours, and it was like 2.5 hours between chat and between a supervisor, right? So let me see if I can find that real quick. Hold on. All right, so one thing I want to highlight is they are very blatant. They're going to ask you for your bank information, for your driver's license information, and for any other personal information, your date of birth, your phone number, your address, right? Like they're going to try and get it from you, and they're going to try and blame it on security purposes right here, right? Before we can transfer you to a supervisor, I need to know what your bank account is. I need to know what your card information is, right? I need to know your date of birth, right? Because it's not already in the system. You haven't already updated it, right? Like I personally need to know that the Indian overseas customer service agent who gets paid $300 a month, right? Like I need your information so that way I can steal it, right? I know this because right here, see how I say that no, right? You already stole my info once and $300+, right? They literally, like, because I've worked with them over 8 years, like they have stolen from me before. It sucks, but I have proof. I'm able to get my proof sent to, right? Because of my screenshots, because of everything, I'm able to prove all the stuff that I'm saying is correct. It's factual. And thankfully, my bank took care of me on this instance, right? Nobody else took care of me. My bank did, though, right? So, let me just go into the next one because I was done. I was like, no, no more. I'm done speaking with you. So, it is now 5:43, right? So, 5:43 p.m. Sorry. I actually went back further because I realized that this was my only delivery that day. And as you can see, my delivery ended right here. Oh, no, shoot. I went too far back. Where is it at? Right, but 4:56 is when I tried to actually get a hold of them. So from 4:56 to 5:40 whatever, that's quite a bit of time. That's almost an hour, right? We'll say it's about 50 minutes. Okay, but again, just in chat, you wasted my time for 50 minutes, right? Like that's horrible. That's terrible. Like why? Because you don't know the policy, right? It's like, okay, fine. Give me to someone who can help me because I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to work. I explain this every single time that I'm on the phone with you people. I cannot drive and talk to you at the same time, right? Whether I'm on the phone call with you or whether I'm texting you, I cannot speak to you while I'm driving. Other dashers cannot speak to you while we are driving, right? Like you are purposefully causing a safety hazard when you try and contact us because you don't want to follow policy, right? So like most of the time I'm already done with my order and I'm in between orders. However, a lot of the times, like yesterday, you called me while I was driving. You wasted my time for 21 minutes over the phone, right? You were a supervisor just trying to tell me that no, I'm not going to give you the money that you're owed, right? Like that's not cool. This instance, 45, 50 minutes of chat before I get before I go into the phone call, right? And just yesterday, Saturday, Wednesday, Monday, right? Like every single day pretty much that I've worked, I have to call and ask for my money, right? Like 22 minutes, 32 minutes, 19 minutes, 18 minutes, right? Like that's just that right there, just those four calls, 32, 18, that's 50 minutes, right? 22 minutes, that's 112 minutes, right? Add another 19 minutes on there, friggin', that's 131 or so. Yeah, that's an hour and a half, right? Just with those four phone calls, and I'm rounding, of course, right? Like, and then down here, 5 minutes 21 seconds. Down here, 10 minutes 16 seconds. So that's another 15 minutes, right? 2 minutes 54 down here 18 20. So that's I'm gonna round down, say that's another 15 instead of 18. That's another half hour, right? So quite literally 2 hours worth of phone calls just with this one person, right? Now again, keep in mind this is 4410296. I have other ones that call me, right? This is 1040 calls as well. 32-minute phone call with them, right? They spam called me like crazy. Right? I'm busy though. Again, I cannot answer calls while I'm driving, right? But you're still gonna spam call me. You're gonna bug me, right? Like, make that make sense. You're trying to get me pulled over, right? We'll discuss the fees that I would pay in Colorado because that's where I'm from. We're on vacation here in Idaho, so I'm also going to show you the fee for that, right? But again, just that other phone call, 2 hours, over 2 hours of time wasted just by supervisors. That doesn't count just the 45, 50 minutes of just the one singular day, that one singular chat representative, right? So again, like, absolutely horrible. Wednesday, right? 12 minutes of phone calls, okay? Monday, 40 minutes of phone call right there, right? So right there, just that's an hour, okay? Now, add another 32 minutes. That's an hour and a half, right? Just with 3 interactions. There's another 5 minutes. There's another 6, 7 minutes. There's another 7 minutes, right? So that's 19, 20 minutes right there just with those. This one here, the June 28th, the June 4th, the June 7th, and then July 18th, right? That's over 20 minutes right there, right? See, like, all these add up. All this time spent, this is over 2 hours now, 2.5 hours. Let's see. We're about 3 hours, right? Like, let's see. That's 4 hours, 4.5, shoot, 5.5, 6 hours. Let's see, 22, 13, 9, so that's 22, that's 44, plus 7, so yeah, that's another hour right there. See, like, do you see all this? Do you see this? These are all the calls that I've made with Doordash, right? So, just, right, these are supervisors, mind you. Every single time that I have to speak to a supervisor, I have to get a call. I have to go through chat, right? Just this week alone, supervisors, and like the other day, it was 2.5 hours on Thursday between chat and supervisors that they kept me from working, right? I cannot work when I'm on the phone with you trying to send you messages, and because you're like, you need to send me proof now, you need to do this now, you're demanding stuff from me, and I'm trying to comply with you, and you are being rude, and I'm letting you know you're being rude over the call, and you're just being belligerent, and you're continuing to escalate the issue rather than help. Right? So this is why Doordash is a joke, because again, just this week alone, it's like 5 hours of wasted time. Now, there's other phone numbers in here as well. So let's see. There's another one. Oh, right here. Okay. 4410296, right? Okay, and then there was one more in here as well. Hi, puppy. Hold on. We'll go inside in just a minute, baby, okay? Right here. Okay. This was the only time that they called, and it didn't go through, so I had to call back later at a different time. But anyways, I'm gonna, one sec. Okay, so in Idaho, the fine for using a handheld cell phone while driving is $75 for the first offense. Subsequent violations within 3 years will result in higher fines. $150 for the second offense, $300 for the third or more. 3 or more violations within 3 years could also lead to a license suspension for up to 90 days. Idaho's distracted driving law, also known as the no-touch law, prohibits holding a cell phone while driving. Now, other states will fine you much more. Let me see what Colorado says, okay? Hold on. Let's see. I'm going to add in Colorado, okay? Colorado hands-free. So it's basically the same thing, right? Because that's, again, that's one of the reasons why we moved here, is because Idaho and Colorado laws are basically identical. The thing is, City of Lewiston is corrupt as all get out. I have plenty of information about that coming in a future video. It's about the police. It's about the city attorney's office. It's about the mayor, the chief of police. Like, I have a lot of shade to throw at people, and it's 100% earned. They did it themselves, and you all are going to be made aware of it, because again, if it's happening to me, it is happening to you. And as the city attorney Jennifer Tangano stated in her very own words, I'm not putting words in her mouth, she stated multiple times over that hour-long phone call that this happens all the time. She said that at least twice. So It is a well-known issue, and they are pocketing off of other people's misfortunes. So, but that's for a different video. This is about how we will get arrested if we, and fined, not necessarily arrested, but fined if we are caught on our phones. So, uh, so Doordash, like I said, just that one phone, right? Just in a couple phone calls, I showed you how you wasted over 2 hours of my time, right? On the other phone, it's well over 2 hours. It's a lot more. It's like 5 hours that I had already counted to, and I got tired of counting, so I just scrolled through, right? But again, those are supervisors wasting my time. When I can't work, that's 7 hours total so far, and I haven't even gone through my entire call log, right? I just went through just two singular numbers that you guys call off of, that supervisors call me off of, right? 7 hours that your supervisors had kept me from working. And that doesn't even count the other additional time that your representatives have kept me in chat. So again, I showed you one singular instance where it was 45 to 50 minutes of time wasted, where again, I can't take deliveries, I can't go do anything because your people are demanding that I send you this or send you that. Right? So again, I have to wait for you people to play the, oh, no, you're not going to get it. And oh, no, okay, you're going to get it if this department over here says so. And oh, it doesn't matter that they said so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? It doesn't matter all those times. Today's a different day and, you're not going to get what you want. Ha, 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 right? Like, that's not cool. You people are rude. You Indian customer service agents do not understand the language enough to be able to help us because you cause more issues than what is necessary. I will die on that hill, right? Like, I'm not saying that to everyone. It's just every single one that I've spoken with so far, aside from 3, and I've spoken with hundreds, have been horrible, absolutely horrible. The 3 that I've spoken with, there was 1 female and 2 males. Or no, I have that reverse. There's 2 females and 1 male recently who were absolutely amazing. They took my evidence, they looked at the policy, they're like, you are right, 100% here. I'm going to give it to you. That's why there were some calls in there. There was one that was like 2 minutes and 59 seconds. There was another one that was like 5 minutes because the guy wanted to ask me a bunch of questions. And he just wanted to verify, but he still gave me it right away anyways. And then the other girl, it was like another quick 3-minute phone call, right? Like, you saw those, they are in there. I'm not, right? Like, these supervisors followed the rules and regulations, right? And I got my money. Let me show you real quick what I'm talking about. So, just real quick, how much do you think Doordash stole from us this just in a 7-week time span? Now, I'm going to count Sunday to Sunday because I did not work. I only worked 1 hour or 1 delivery Thursday because again, I was held up for 2.5 hours by chat and by a supervisor. And then Friday, there was so much issues with phone calls and stuff. I was still trying to get things sorted out that I didn't work at all. That and the heat, I was so beat. I decided not to work. But again, let me show you real quick. Okay, so we're gonna count from last Sunday to this Sunday. So as you can see down at the bottom, there's a $8 reimbursement, right, for Sunday, and that's because they stole a whole bunch of fees and they stole peak pay, right? So I want to see if it shows the peak pay in here. Actually, it does not. I would have to go into my pictures real quick. So let me see if I can find that real quick. That's okay. I don't have much time. So down at the bottom, you can see on Tuesday, got the $16 reimbursement for Monday and Tuesday. For Wednesday, I got the $2 reimbursement for what they owed me. And then again on Saturday, I got a $2 reimbursement for the Friday before and then for that Saturday. Issue with that is there's still more. There's another delivery that I did after the phone call that I made to the supervisor, because I worked a couple more deliveries after the fact. So I was only paid for 1 of those deliveries. I have another one to take care of, and I have 2 more from literally last night. So that's a lot of money that Doordash has stolen. That's another $6 plus 4 plus 2 plus 16 plus 8. That's, let's see, $30 right there plus 6 more dollars that hasn't been taken care of. $36 in a week. I don't care who you are. That's a lot of money for a company to be stealing from you, especially when it's owed to you and a policy says so. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Try to stay nice and cool because again, it's like 100 degrees here in the shade and it's a cool day today. You saw in the video the other day, it was 118. And we caught it when it was 113. So I'm pretty sure I showed you a picture of 116 as well. But again, it's hot. So stay safe, stay hydrated.